Hello YouTube, I'm going to keep this quite short because I'm pretty ill today. I'm not much better than I was last week. But I'm going to do a bit of a follow-up video to my video I did a few months back called I'm Screwed, I believe it was. About me going to university and how screwed I am when it comes to money. I've just done all my student finances and, done a bit of maths and calculations and stuff, and I'm not going to be as screwed as what I thought I was going to be. Essentially, this video is going to be about how hindsight is amazing. So I'm going to share some of my knowledge since it's exam season. I'm going to sort of share some of what I learned over the years as someone who is prone to extreme stress around exam seasons, which is probably the reason I've got this cold, to be fair. I'm going to use my hindsight to help you, okay? So that's why I'm sort of wearing, my University of Lincoln jumper, because I'm going to be talking about, getting into universities, things like that, and just general education-wise. I am someone, as I've already said, who is prone to exam stress. I get really stressed out and then really ill, and it's not good, but it is something I have, if that makes sense. I do that. Okay, so let's start off with some advice I can give you. The first one is, as cliche as it really is, like it is so cliche, it's unreal, but get some sleep. Seriously, you have no idea how much difference it will make. If you go into an exam, especially a morning exam, on a good 8 hours sleep as opposed to, say, a 5 hour sleep because you've been up all night revising, you're going to do a lot better. Alright? If you are having trouble sleeping, there is a brilliant video by Emma Blackery on one of her secondary channels. I will leave a link in the description. Okay, so secondly, breathe, okay? As stupid as it sounds, if you're going into the exam, if you're going to the exam hyperventilating, you're going to be in a bad situation. So take deep breaths and just go in, okay? It's not the end of the world, it's just writing on a piece of paper. Okay? Okay, thirdly, take some water in with you, okay? Obviously you've got to take your labels off your bottle of water, but that's not a problem. Just take your label off your bottle of water. This will help you keep calm because our brains are hardwired to think whatever we are eating or drinking, we are safe, which makes sense because I have not known once where I've been in a restaurant and got stabbed in the back by a person or even killed in any sort of way, It sort of makes a bit of sense. It'll also keep you hydrated as well, so your brain's not going to be, working too hard and not having any water or anything to help it out. It's going to stay hydrated and you're going to stay at least relatively calm, okay? So take some water with you. Fourth, number 4, breathe. Why are you not doing this? 5. This one's going to sound a bit weird, and it's not necessarily about the exams. Again, this is more in hindsight than anything else. One of my friends is trying this. She says, I'm not going to talk about my exams after I've got out of the exams, because it will just stress me, and when I've realised I've got a different answer to somebody else, it just panics me, okay? So try doing that. I personally am going to try doing this. I think it's going to be a fantastic idea. Okay, 6th. Sound pretty straightforward. If the exam went great, brilliant, okay? Not a problem. Don't be overconfident, but brilliant that you think you've done well, okay? But for some people, they think that they did terrible in an exam. Don't worry about it, okay? Just because you think you've done terrible in an exam, other people might think the same thing, okay? Not everybody is going to be like some, super smart, superhuman genius person, okay? And if there is a lot of people who found the exam hard and the exams reflect that, the grade boundaries will be likely lower, okay? So you may still get the grade you need. In case you haven't noticed, most of the things I've learned are, don't panic in exams. It's easier said than done, but, it's pretty hard at times, but seriously, you don't want to go in there panicking. Have a coping mechanism before you go in, alright? I personally have my stress ball. I can't take it into the exam, but I just leave it in my bag and just leave my bag where they want me to leave it. Usually it's in another room. The final thing is, results day is going to come around straight away. You're going to think that it's going to be ages. There's actually, chronologically a lot of time between your end of the exams and results day, because obviously people take quite a long time to mark thousands of papers until you actually finish your last exam, and then it feels like it's only a few weeks before your results day. So be prepared for that, okay? How I coped last year was quite simple. I mean, you are going to feel this weird mix of happy and sad all in one, and you don't want the sad to overwhelm you. So what you do is, or in my case, what I did is I listened to music. I listened to music before I went down to get my results, and I made sure it was like a really upbeat playlist that I could just feel really good about, okay? And thanks to my friends introducing me to Spotify, yes, I am very late to the party of Spotify, but Spotify has a nice feature where you can create a playlist. And I'm going to make you a playlist of all upbeat songs I listen to on results day. And other than that, you'll be fine. Okay? Good luck and goodbye.